Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man. Proudly presents another episode of The Corner. I'm your Upside the Corner. Comic book talk with friends. I'm your host Leo Rockwell for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell notification so you are always up to date as what we got going on over here on the channel. It's going to be a hell of a discussion tonight, man. Definitely. We are coming off the high of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Congrats, because I would say by probably this time, either tomorrow or Wednesday, they will have already crossed $1 billion. That is unheard of. Like literally will have crossed the $1 billion mark, and it hasn't even opened up in China yet. That is
IMAX.
Insane. Or IMAX. It's not going to be opening up in IMAX until this Thursday. That's the crazy part, bro. So the power of this movie, the power of promoting, everybody trying to basically figure out who Jean Grey is, that went along, or Sadie Sinks is that is. Sorry if I spoiled it for y'all. Y'all know it's a spoiler talk tonight, right? Y'all do know it's spoiler talk. I put it up there. It is spoiler talk tonight. So we will definitely have that discussion. But thank y'all for being here. I'm not here by myself. Hey, we got another melanin brother that tried to sneak in here behind scenes. Just didn't want to say nothing to nobody. We got Mark Lee in the building. What's going on with you, brother?
What up, Mark?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man? You good?
I'm good, man. I kind of crept in here, just settled everything.
Like low key. Low key. You just crept in low key. I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But thank you for being here, brother. We always appreciate you as well. We got the one and only Prop Wiz, baby. Prop Wiz, baby, in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, chilling, bro. Glad to be here.
You good?
Let's get it on. As good as it gets, man. As good as it gets.
Yo, man, I swear to God, you remind me of Sean Price, bro.
Good, bro. Hell yeah.
Yo, don't leave any. Don't leave
Sean
Price, bro. You know what I mean? That's my geyser. Definitely thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate you. Vin Dog, man, what's going on with you, man?
What's good? What's good? We here to talk big and small potatoes tonight. Let's get into it.
Yeah, big and small potatoes.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the amazing Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh, my God. Anyway, man, thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate you. Next up, we got Miami, second brother in the building. What's going on with you, brother?
Piggyback off of that, one thing I gotta say is hot tub candy.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Did you see the meme of the dude? They said if Florence Pugh would have asked whatever, the dude jumps off the building. He jumps
everything
in the pool. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's what.
Yo, that shit had me dying, bro. Yeah. Definitely hilarious, man. But yeah, go, bro. Thank you for being here. And we got the newbie in the building. We got my man Collector's Reign in the building. Cornelius, brother. What's going on with you, man? Thank you for being here, man. We appreciate you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
You know what I mean? Always good to have you in here, bro. I figured this would definitely be a conversation that we can get you in on, man, because it's going to definitely be a dope discussion tonight. And thank you guys, everybody out there, for coming through and being a part of tonight's discussion, man. Do me a favor, like I told y'all, hit that like button if you haven't already, man, and make sure that you follow and just pass this along and share with everybody out there. Who we got in the chat with us tonight, man? Let's see who we got in here, man, coming through. Let's see here. We got my man, Malika Mabane, WRNR, Real Negro Radio, WRNR, on your listening dial. Thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate you. We got Holland Toy Flicks in the building, who we got a chance to hang out with. Crispy Craig, he came up here last Thursday night. We watched the movie. We flicked it up at the very end, man. It was definitely a beautiful experience, man. Thank you for coming through as always, Crispy.
Go ahead with you, Craig.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Thank you for being here. We got Chuck Jizzle in the building. Thank you for being here, my man Chuck G. As always, bro, we appreciate you for being here, man. As always, we got my man, assistant to the regional Sith. I wonder if hype will carry over to Beyond the Spider-Verse. It most certainly will, because I cannot wait to see that. I definitely cannot wait to see that, man. And that right there is going to be that transition movie, if you know what I mean. But definitely thank you for being here, man. We appreciate you. And we also got the Cookie Queen in the building. Hi, everyone. Cookie Queen, Amber Mays in the. Yo, did she make some cookies when y'all went down to Ocean City, bro?
And got something to make while there.
Oh, so you had some cookies from
on the way, and then re-up at the tail.
she made some cookies.
At the joint.
She made some cookies there, bro.
Yeah.
I had to ask because there's cookies when people talk about I'm gonna get some cookies. You know what I mean? Like we got make. You know what I mean? Like we got kind of like
Clear that up, I guess.
Yeah,
It's,
cleared up.
yeah,
like
yeah.
there was some actual cookies that she made on the stove.
Chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, they got a stove there, so
Okay.
make them there.
Okay. We just gotta, make sure, bro.
Yeah, well taken care of. It was a fun trip, much needed getaway. So,
hell yeah,
yeah, like that was man. We look forward to that family vacay all summer, so all year. Shit, really had a blast. So, good to be back, but definitely missed the beach, man.
Definitely, bro. Thank you for being here, man. And just creeping in the back, bro.
What's good?
Yeah. So, bro, somebody said that you you had the 40X experience on your phone.
Listen, man. I had a good time in them movie theaters, bro.
Yeah.
I had a great weekend.
Yeah. How many times you see it?
3.
3 times? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3 times. So yeah, definitely 3 times.
I've been a little busy with getting that Jazz Inc. in. I got this bad boy in yesterday.
What you drop, bro? What you drop? Dang.
Rattler.
Oh shit.
Stand.
You got the Rattler in, bro?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. I had a great weekend, bro.
Hold up, where'd you get it from?
Yo, those missiles came with it, or you added that? I remember seeing that on the.
No, they came with it.
Damn.
Bro, and the jump. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. You probably can't see. See it light up on the inside?
Yeah, I see it a little bit. Yeah, I see it. That's dope.
And then it got like a little. Hold up. Let me see.
Is that battle damage on the side?
Yeah, and it see yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. So now I got a Sky Striker, a Rattler, a Tomahawk, a Dragonfly, a Skyhawk, a Shark, and a Water Moccasin, dog.
Golly, that's a childhood right there. Yeah.
Bro,
that's that stuff only the white boys used to have all them vehicles back in the day.
Bro, the white boys on the commercial, bro. It's on the commercial. That's the ones you had it, bro.
I had to get in it.
Word.
I got that 22 Batmobile.
Yeah, you did tell me about that. Did you get her a bag?
Huh?
Did you go get her a bag, or did you?
She couldn't tell.
My man said Silencio.
Oh, so you got okay.
So I put it up real quick. Couldn't even
bro.
tell.
Right now, though, you whispering like you want to say.
You said that. That's what you said.
Exactly.
Yeah, because bro, like if she know I got her, bro, I gotta get her a bag.
Let she know you got something in. So
she know I got that.
Oh, but she don't know you got the 89.
Mm-mm.
I mean the 20.
Yeah, it's like the other me. Yeah, they gave it to me.
Yeah, they gave it to me, right? We got Low Key. What up, man? We thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate you stopping.
What up?
We appreciate that. As always, now, before we get into tonight's festivities, gotta say what's up to the places, of course, where we get these collectibles from, man. Starting off with my dude, my guy, you already know who it is. But man, Ray over there at Underground Figures. It's Underground Ray, always coming through with goodness. No NRD, shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date as to when your figures going to arrive, new figures being revealed. Create yourself an account because you never know when it might be free shipping or a discount code on the figure choice. My man Ray over there at Underground Figures. On top of that, he is a distributor in our collectibles, so hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you, as he always does. Also, we want to give a shout out to my man Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys. It's Hawk Wars Ray, always coming through with a nice little care package, comic book stickers, figures, the works. Proud sponsor of everything that we got going on over there at the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group and your one-stop shop in our collectibles. Hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you as he always does. Brian Wong over there at Mind Your Case, Mind Your Space. If you're looking for an incredible display option, have mono, you can display option your choice. Hit him up, and he'll definitely take care of you as he always does. Also, we want to give a shout out to Tina Cruz, El Deluvio over there on Facebook and Instagram, taking your figure experience from here to there with the rooting prowess. Hit her up, and she'll definitely take care of you. Last but not least, got to give a shout out to Vincent Dunn Art over there on Instagram. The link to his store is actually in the page. So hit him up. You got nice little shop art, original art, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, anime canvas print, vinyl, reverse glass painting, sketch cover art, or variant stickers, horror, book page art, Dune, Game of Thrones, bargain bin, mirror art, all the works, everything, and you can get some commission work. Minnie, you got anything you want to let them know?
Buy 2 get 1 free on 11x14 prints and stickers at all times. Feel free to hit me up if you see something that you need. And if you don't, hit me up anyway and see if I can hook you up with a commission. And that's all.
Definitely,
Appreciate it, bro.
Definitely, man. Appreciate it. And appreciate everybody out there. So we got to talk about this, man. Again, this movie. Now, as of right now, it hasn't hit that $1 billion mark. But like I said, between now and I would say possibly Wednesday, it will have hit that $1 billion mark. This movie was so damn good, like literally, it's up there. It's literally up there, man. Like it deserves all the accolades. It deserves all the praise. It deserves everything that everybody has been talking about right now. It is such an amazing film. It was such an amazing experience at the theater. We had such an amazing time. I want to hear from Cornelius first, man. What was your thoughts overall right now so far, man? What's your thoughts on the movie, bro?
Yeah, for sure. So I came into it with an open mind. There's a lot of rumors going on online. Those of us who are in this space, a lot of us, watch the videos and, we kind of know what sort is going to be in the movie, but, it surpassed my expectations.
Yes.
Sadie Sink as is the spoiler, right?
Yeah, spoiler free.
Okay. Yeah, Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, man, her power scale towards the end of that movie was crazy.
Yeah.
So that gets me excited for the X-Men to come. But, the Hulk, seeing, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk back at that, how he was at the beginning of the MCU. Yeah, super exciting. If you haven't seen it, you guys need to go see it.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. I mean, everything about it. Whew, bro. Second brother, what was your thoughts on it, man?
Man, considering I saw it 10:30 this morning, man, it was. I'm like speechless, still trying to take it in. I got so hyped seeing how they took time to make the mirror reflections of the covers.
Of the covers, bro.
Of the damn covers onto the screen. Like the scorpion, that one with the fucking tarantula, I was like bouncing off the damn chick. Then, as soon as I got back home with little Macho, I'm like, here your books. You keep asking all these questions. And that's all pulling them out. You see? And you get to studying.
Yeah.
You get to studying if you want to know. So I'm not telling you anything else. But it was amazing. It was a couple of moments, man. I kind of, got the brother kind of a little misty, especially that conversation between him and MJ. It kind of took me back to an ex when I was in the military. It took me back to that time. Just like, man.
Yeah.
And then two, the fucking dynamic them two have together because they're actually husband and wife. So that shit carried over big time.
Yeah, bro. You know what the crazy part is, and I didn't think about it until like my second viewing, is that the way they did this movie is a mirror reflection of the lives that most of us are living. I say that in the sense of, second brother, you lost your mom. Jedi Kid, you lost someone considered the closest thing to a mom. You know what I mean? Me, myself, I did as well. Vince, you lost your pops. what they basically see when it comes to us as content creators is the persona that, and that's the perception we give them, pretty much on screen. So people know us based on what they see. They tune in anytime we have a show. These are personas. Even though we're who we are, to them, we're content creators. Content creators almost plays the title of an informer, or some type of character that's exalted in a way that we give off information. But behind the scenes, bro, it's almost, it's sort of like you live a very reclusive life in a sense. Because, you know what I mean? I don't have a lot of people around, unless we have a function and stuff like that. So every day I'm at my mother's grave, every single day. I go up there, visit, we're talking and stuff like that. So looking at his life and just him buying flowers every day, taking them to the grave site, is a mirror image of what I'm experiencing. But the beauty of it is the family dynamic, and then also showing the vulnerability of this character. And while he's vulnerable, literally vulnerable, he's responsible for the safety of millions, and they depend on him. They know Spider-Man, but when he's walking down the street, they don't know who the hell Peter Parker is. You know what I mean? Nobody does. And to the point where he's almost so reclusive, like the scene when he was coming up to his apartment, and the girl was like, "Oh, you live right across the hall from me." He went and got another apartment, like upstairs, moved from that to upstairs, because it's sort of like he lives his life like a recluse. You know what I mean? Like he's so, to himself. It was that movie hit on so many beats because you can see the pain, bro. Like you can see the pain in him, bro, and it was so amazing.
Well, he took what May said literally and put his life into the job. That's what happened.
He did, bro. He did. He definitely did, man. I'm gonna bounce around real quick. Mark Lee, man, what did you think, bro? What were your thoughts after seeing it?
Oh man, I thought it was astonishing. Technically, like from a filmmaking perspective, what they managed to capture, for some reason, it felt really organic. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it did not feel like they went over the top with like special effects slop. It felt real. The scale kind of pulled you in. I saw it in 3D, but the scale of when he was swinging and all the aerials and all that, all the, like this scene you have here, all of that just was amazing. So I was blown away by that, let alone the performances. I thought John's Punisher was amazing in it. He really came through. A lot of humor, a lot of dark humor. Everybody did their thing. Honestly, this is I only have one ahead of this, and that's Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
But, outside of Spider-Man 2, this is by far the best. And if this is what Marvel and the MCU is on right now, they're on the right track.
Yeah. Definitely. JJ, what was your thoughts, bro?
Oh man, I love this movie, man. Like my favorite movie of all time. Like everybody knows Man of Steel, you know what I'm saying? And this is like neck and neck with that. Like this movie was absolutely flawless in my eye. My only gripe was Yelena. Like I think she was kind of disrespectful. Like Little Potato. Hold on. You knew Avengers. Like I was fighting shit in space when I was 16, 17 years old, fighting Thanos and aliens and shit. Where was y'all at? You know what I'm saying? Even when he fought the Hulk, like where was the Avengers at? He's fighting the Hulk by himself downtown. You know what I mean? So that's my only little gripe. Like, you better slow your roll, man. You just got into the Avengers. Like, you need to relax. Like, your sister did more shit than you did. Like, calm down. But man,
I didn't have no gripes at that scene, bro.
No. I mean, I just felt she was a little bit, playing my man like too low. Like this is Spider-Man, like realize who he is. Like He thought that he fought Thanos. You feel me? He took the gauntlet off of Thanos, all this shit. Like you was still in spy camp. Like, come on, relax. You know, so but other than that, the movie was perfect, bro. That scene when Gene took over MJ on that roof, I knew it was too good. That was cold blooded.
That shit hurt. I was like, damn,
that hurt. That hurt, dog. That hurt. That was cold blooded. I said, God, at least he went for the
it was too quick of a transition to be true. Yeah,
everybody knew in the theater, like, oh, Gene.
Jay, bro, you almost up, man. I took that as, you know, when you're in that foxhole, when it's time to take your nap and you have that dream about your girl back home.
Yes, sir.
And you wake up and that shit was like, damn, it felt that damn real. You know, that's what that shit took me to. I'm like, damn, yo, I got something to get back home to.
Bruh, snatched his whole soul, bro. I said, wow, like she killed it as Jean. I like the fact that they show how she's an Omega level threat, like already.
Yeah.
And we got to see her powers amplified because she did what Charles did in Logan before he got sick. Well, right at him getting sick when he happened at the Statue of Liberty, where he heard all those people. That's why they had to go into hiding. But hers was almost the whole island of New York. Like that was, that was crazy seeing that. So I love where Marvel's gone with this. Seeing the Hulk back to himself, seeing the Hulk fight her in his mind to get her out. Man, like this movie was perfect. Perfect. My only like the little Yelena talking too slick was Spider-Man. I ain't like that. Other than that, it was fantastic.
Yeah. Benny, we got a chance to see it, you know, that evening. Both of us was monitoring our phones because if my phone would have rang and I'd have picked it up and Jay would have been like, yo, bro, did you see it? I'd have hung up the phone. So we was watching. But yeah, bro, from everything that we've seen, I mean, even bro, like my favorite part of the fucking movie is when he fought the Hand, bro, in that prison. That shit was absolutely fantastic. But Vinny, what were your thoughts, bro?
It's so great not to watch trailers sometimes because so many people had these preconceived conceptions of what the film was about to be from all the misdirect that they were cleverly doing with this film, which is good because they don't always do that. But it being X-Men tie-in, that was something that was definitely necessary because they were saying she was all kinds of other people than Jean to get people upset. But the very first thing that stood out to me from the jump was the visuals. There's going to be tons of debate about where this ranks in the lexicon of Spider-Man films, but I think without any shadow of a doubt, this is the best the suit has ever looked. That shit popped off the fucking screen, man. That shit I was just mesmerized just at him being there on the screen. It just, for whatever reason, it just felt so cinematic, so beautiful. And then the visuals of the film almost felt like it had this kind of just beautiful, grainy, yet HD type of filter to it as we were watching it. It's such something that's so nuanced and clever the way they did it, and mix that and combine that with the opening sequences of like him jumping off the roof and the power you felt of that free fall, the ripples in the suit. It felt so Insomniac inspired.
But they got it all from the game, though.
Really,
there you
really
go. I was waiting you to say that.
Like you were playing the fucking game, because all of us who played that game everyone who's played that game has spent at least hours just swinging around the damn city when they first got it. How good it felt, right? And they spent very little time recreating that, and then it was cool to see after the fact that was an inspiration to the to the film sequences. And then of course, as Segabar said, the actual homages to the comics, some of them really obvious like Amazing Fantasy, but then other more obscure ones. So it's like Easter eggs upon Easter eggs for the casuals and for comic heads like us. So many like little things that it's like this is just for y'all. Like we know how much y'all love this shit. Eat it up. I think what was also very very impressive was that the writing in this movie was incredible. In that you had to share the screen with three of Marvel's biggest heavy hitters of all time, Punisher, Hulk, and Jean fucking Grey,
Yeah.
who is being introduced. And at no point do I feel like I'm watching them shoehorn other shit in. At no point does it not feel like it's Spider-Man's film. Like,
Right.
I like Cap 4. It had its issues, but Hulk was shoehorned in there, and they could have done so much more to make that movie about Sam. This didn't feel like, oh, we can't do a Hulk movie, so let's figure out how to make the next chapter in this story work in this. It felt like it actually was relevant and tied in and helping Spidey's character grow. Him having that banter back and forth with Bruce, showing his intelligence, and then on top of that, what you've seen from him in his studio, working on tech, working on the phone. Like I've told you many times, one of my favorite things about Spider-Man 2.1 is when he's just listening to the police scanner. So this is him using tech, police scanner tech, not just just happening, not just doing patrols, like him doing everything he can. And it reminded me very much of Superior Spider-Man story when Doc Ock is using his brain to focus on how to be more efficient as a crime fighter in ways that Peter wasn't, because he was so torn between his personal life and just not really being efficient with his use of time. And one of the cruxes of who Spider-Man is just this inner struggle of being Peter and Spider-Man and wanting to do both and not being able to figure it out. So despite the fact that it was causing the turmoil that we see come to crescendo in this film, it provided New York with a clean, 3-4 years of Spidey cleaning up the city and like showing what he could do if you put all of his energy into something, which is something that is always a fun aspect of Spider-Man. That like if he was focused and he didn't have all this other shit going on, he would be Reed Richards. He would be Tony Stark. Like he's capable. He has potential for all that shit. They juggled the hand in this. They juggled multiple Tombstone and side Spidey villains. It never feels like it was a mess. And there's so much going on in this film. It was cohesive. The action choreography was phenomenal. The visual effects phenomenal. The writing phenomenal. And then that finale with Jean introducing the X-Men, which we've all waited literally 7 years for. They bought Fox in 2019, and we've all been waiting for them to fucking press that reset button and give us New Mutants. And they finally got it, and they did it in such a very incredible way. And I love that she was a villain, which a lot of the internet is having an issue with. And clearly those people don't know much about X-Men.
You didn't read.
The government hates them. There's a reason. Half of the fucking ones that most people love used to be fucking evil before Charles fixed them and gave them a fucking structure. So that's on brand for the X-Men. They are fucking troubled people before they get help. And then cap the whole joint off with something that only people like us know what the fuck it meant. A fucking Secret Wars Battle World teaser.
Hell yeah.
And listen, tell me shit walking out of this theater. I have to see it at home. I've seen it a couple more times before I actually like give it 2.1's like crown. But if there's anything that's ever contested, it's this. If there's a one, if Spider-Man 2.1 is still one, this is fucking 1A.
Yeah. It's definitely, bro. And here's the thing, like you talked about this earlier. You talked about the actual color and the color palette of the film and how it actually looked on screen. It was completely amazing. The way he shot this film, the way you basically saw it, and even some of the practical moments with the suit, and him basically swinging around, and how to even work the Punisher in to the point where they didn't have to dull down levels of violence. He was just never put in the situation where he had to show a lot
He was
of
put against a villain he
You
could be
know-
about and against. It's
Yeah.
like
And he
it's like
also
it's like that
was
old
on a
trick.
rig,
If you want to
bro.
let Wolverine go off, you put him against robots so he could be like they put him against a Hulk so he could still be murder mode Frank.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's not going to really hurt him. My
Yeah.
bad,
But
Jeff.
did you? But with even with Tom, bro, with the practical effects, he was on a rig, bro, swinging around on a fucking rig.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy, dog. A moving rig. He's swinging around with a harness on.
Mhm.
Like the dedication this kid put into this movie, and he was pissed with the first cut of it, the first writing of it, the first script. So he wrote everybody back in, dog, like because it wasn't gonna have Zendaya or Ned in it at all. You feel me? So he went and rewrote. He and helped rewrite all it, bro. This
Yeah.
kid knows Spider-Man. He loves the character.
Mhm.
And you could tell by every time he shows up on the screen, dog. And then
Yeah.
I love the fact that you can see how much an effect that Tony had on his life. Because he's like Tony Jr. Like he really is like Stark Jr. Even with the anxiety and overworking himself and the headaches, that's all from Tony too, bro. Like, yo, it's the movie
It is, but it's also with him. The anxiety from losing May, but then also losing your girl in the world not knowing who you
everybody
are.
else.
But
Right.
and that's the thing is like I didn't want them, and I'm so glad. My biggest fear going into this was okay. Now you're throwing in another Avenger in to help carry the show, and they didn't. The Hulk only had small moments in there. This was strictly about Peter Parker and how he had to make those decisions, how he had to be the one, you know what I mean, to settle any type of conflict. He had to make the decisions on the fly. You see, it wasn't him depending on anybody or any type of Stark Tech or anything else.
No.
He had to come up with all of that himself,
Yeah.
like everything he
Yeah.
had to basically think of, even coming up with the inhibitor to keep the mutation in check. That was something that he had to come up with the help of MJ, who basically, again, when she talked about she wanted to do bioengineering, her helping him out, with understanding like this certain aspects of it was brilliant as well. This is probably like, especially with the entire, going from like the home trilogy into this is probably the best I've seen Zendaya act as MJ in a while. Like, I mean, she absolutely killed it. The switch was so dope, bro. It was incredible. I thought it was absolutely amazing, bro. So like all the accolades to them. Dustin
Did
they gonna lock him in, bro. He's locked.
Got to.
Yeah.
Lisa Colon too. As Virginia DeWolf. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. She was fire.
Incredible.
She was fire, bro.
It's such a dope job.
She's fire.
It helped it helped connect and bring the story along. The writing on this was so good. Everybody's parts were just so well. I mean, it's just a phenomenal job for a fourth film. First Spider-Man to get it, first Spider-Man franchise to ever get to 4, and for it to be the best one in that, because say what you will about what's the best overall, I think this is by far the best Tom Holland Spider-Man film. So this is, phenomenal job by everybody. This was so good.
Yeah, it was, bro.
Yeah, I want to. When you had that picture up earlier, it reminded me of something. So in the previous films, and I forget which one first adapted, where his lenses actually animate. They did it in this movie, but the key word in this movie is restraint. They just, like Vince was saying, with the color palette and everything, they did move, but it wasn't dramatic.
Yeah,
they were moving.
Yeah. It wasn't overly done.
Yeah,
it wasn't overly done at all. And I love that. I love the aspect about it. Like you said, the costume was a character in its own. The costume deserves an award because
amalgamation, dog, with 3 suits. That's crazy.
Yeah. They did such a good job with it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did. I absolutely loved it. I mean, again, if for anybody if you had any doubts about Sadie Sinks coming in as Jean Grey and playing this
Nah.
role, she killed it, bro.
Yeah,
She did incredible.
She,
she
bro,
shut
because
people
when
She
she
shut
was in that room and
Oh, yeah.
they were testing her powers and pushing it to the limit, and she took over, bro, she got scary to me, bro. It was
Yeah.
scary.
Mhm.
You know what it reminded me of? And I was thinking about this, Vinny, while we were in the theater. It reminded me of the very end of Carrie.
Yeah.
Sissy Spacek's Carrie.
Oh yeah.
Or even Akira.
Yeah, even Akira, bro. Like it reminded me so much of how, because even like with Sadie Six, she emotes a lot of emotion in her face and in her eyes, and you can tell, bro, like the anger and the rage was there with Jean, bro. And I was like, yo, she did such, and I love Destin's placement. He made her sister's bow green and yellow. The jacket that she
Yes.
basically wore was green and yellow. Just
Yep.
the attention to detail in that space.
Yeah.
Prop, and you being like a film major and stuff like that. The one thing that I knew about entertainment, like even basically being like a theater major and having a degree in performing arts, the one thing that even like my man Paul Stephanitis, when he would shoot videos, he would tell me, when you're shooting, keep in mind that everybody in that particular frame, they'll tell them to wear certain colors to amplify the frame or the colors within that frame. So you might see people wear certain colors that's going to either, it's going to bring attention to that frame per shot.
Mhm.
Just her and how they shot this, bro, was just absolutely fantastic. And his attention to detail for us that are comic, readers, knowing where those colors come from, the detail with the characters that were flashing, whether it was Boomerang, Tarantula, Tombstone, those character moments. I know a lot of people wanted to see more of them, but I was happy that we know that we'll get them eventually. This was a story that they were trying to tell here that's going to lead into something different. And I can't wait to get them, bro.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it was.
We also had like a couple of hiccups that are fair issues and complaints. Like, what the hell is Peter doing for money? Like, where do you get all that flower money from? Where do you get the monitors from, Peter? Now he's in a studio that's like he said is practically free because no one wanted it. So there's that. But I think the only thing that's missing from the lore of Spider-Man, with all the things that they've done with this film to shore up the stuff that kind of like was glossed over when Tony was doing so much for him. Now he's doing so much of his own thing, which is great, but we still don't have the Daily Bugle or J. Jonah Jameson. I feel like that's the only thing left that's missing. I would love to see, and now I know it's an outdated concept, right? Because who's working for a newspaper in 2026?
Yeah.
However, I would still love to see, like in Ultimate Spider-Man back in the early 2000s, they switched it up to he was IT for Daily Bugle. So I would still love to see maybe they work it in somehow. Like maybe he's working for a social media portion of Daily Bugle or something like that, where they can still figure out a way to bring it in for more modern times, as tech or something like that, to kind of explain it. Because the alternative and what is being assumed, right, is like that Tony left him money in his will, which takes a big portion of who Peter is if he has money and doesn't have money problems. Because exactly. I mean, hey, shit, who knows? But I would have liked him to drive a job. But if that was the biggest gripe, then fuck yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Nah, I just like the fact that I know I'm glad that he got away from being under Stark's inventions, but Stark's creative juice definitely rubbed off on him. Like Peter's definitely a creative, a scientist anyway. You know what I mean, by nature.
Mhm.
But just the fact that he had that guy for a mentor for so long, that creativeness to make your own stuff, to make everything yourself, that definitely came from Tony, bro. I like that they left that like father son pass down stamp on Peter, bro, from Tony, bro. Like having his own AI and all that stuff, bro. That it really made uh Peter, I think, grow into his own, bro. Like you saw that growth from what was the first movie? Far From Home, the first one?
Homecoming.
Yeah.
Homecoming. Yeah.
Bro, from Homecoming to now, bro, like this kid, we saw him grow up. Like the first one when he was what, 16,
Mhm,
17?
mhm.
Bro, crazy dog. So I'm so happy for him and his wife, bro. Like they definitely killed it in this movie, man.
Yeah. I mean, they did such an amazing job, man. And like I said, Marvel and Sony's relationship, again, it's something that they know they gotta have to, kind of keep intact, especially for us to get the things that or to
Yeah.
give the fans what they want. But now that I'm hoping that Sony sees and Marvel sees that the fans are really important, bro. That's what's putting booties in the seats. If you're already at $1 billion within the next couple days, come on,
Yeah.
man. It's the fans that are doing this. You know what I
I
mean?
think
It's,
by tomorrow or Wednesday they'll be at $1 billion. They had
that's what I'm saying.
932 million, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Or nine.
Yeah.
I think huge shout out to Tom Holland for that, because this man is from day one said, look, I'm not just trying to cash in and just do whatever. I'm not doing another Spider-Man film unless it's going to be great. The script is going to be great. It's going to make sense, and it's going to be something that we all want to see as Spider-Man fans. And
He rewrote the
he has
script.
been so involved in the process, in the writing process, in the filmmaking process. He's vetting scripts. He's moving money around to make sure that everybody can be in the film who needs to be in the film, make sure everybody gets paid. He's moving in real life like he is in the movies by copying Tony, because Robert Downey Jr. was doing a lot of that, making sure a lot of those MCU movies were in the 2010s. So he's doing a lot for not just Sony, but for the industry, because I think that this is like a wake up call to everybody in corporate space who thinks that this generational run for superhero films is winding down. I
Nah.
think time and time again, I think the fans are showing, it's not fatigue. Just put out dope shit, and we'll show up to the theater.
Make good movies, right?
Just make good movies, and it's like Spider-Man is yes, arguably one of the biggest characters of all time, but we've seen Superman, Batman, many other biggest characters of all times not do as well in the theaters for movies that weren't phenomenal. So the character, the billing is not enough no more. The movie's got to be good too, and if they are, people will show up. And I think that is hopefully everyone hears that, including Sony, who thinks that just having the IP means that they can put out any trash that is Spider-Man related and they'll make $1 billion, which ain't the case.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just hope right now that they see that they're riding the momentum. That they're definitely in a good place. So I hope that they
Their
can.
eyes are open, bro. Their eyes are open. They are.
Yeah.
They got.
I hope.
Yeah.
I really hope so, bro. I really
Also,
hope.
people realize this timing of this, when this was released, is off, because Kang Dynasty was supposed to have already been out by now. This is supposed to set up Secret War. So I also hope that people realize like this is a long game thing now, because we still got payoff from this film down the line as opposed to in between. So
yeah.
Before we jump off of this, was it just me, or were they kind of like foreshadowing Miles Morales in certain shots in this movie?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely they were. Definitely they were. There was no
Boy, Miles on the
and it was
plane.
intentional.
Yeah. Like
Everything was
multiple times. It's like,
Yeah.
why that's a long shot of this kid right here, this teenager right here. So
Yeah. It was definitely intentional. It was definitely
Miles is
intentional.
coming. Miles is coming.
which
So-
we're all scared about, because
Yeah.
we know if Marvel ain't involved in it, they're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah. They
And I
gotta be
think
involved.
and I think they're gonna try to do it on their own too. I really do.
I
Hope not.
hope not.
Hope not. I hope not. I really hope not.
Fair.
Moving on. So I'm gonna bring this up, but I want to say this just in case there are people watching, certain people watching. And second brother, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about this last night.
Yep.
The problem is, bro, I want to ask this question first. Why is it that when we, like, if we make a comment, if we say anything about what's happening, it can be remotely close to like, okay, well, we want to know why. Like, I can put up a question and be like, yo, Marvel, really, why did you cancel this movie? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I can put that up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on Facebook, if I leave that on public, then that gives other people outside of my page a reason to come in and comment, right? So if I say strictly, all I'm asking is, Marvel, why did you cancel this movie? People will look at my skin color and automatically assume and put up, oh, before we, and this is the phrase, before we make this a race thing, let's consider. So that's the, before we make this a race thing, let's consider. That is always the thing, right? But we're not allowed to tread those waters of, yo, why is it that there is, because the first thing that will happen is we ask the question and then the rebuttal is, well, man, y'all got Black Panther, man, or man, they made Wonder Man Black Man, or man, they got other characters, y'all got Captain America, man, or man, y'all got y'all got War Machine, man, y'all got all these other people, man. Don't make it just like, bruh, come on, let's be real.
Because we make it easy for them to do that. We make it easy for them. In this day climate, the first, I would say the first, I'll call it for what it is. The first cop out is about race. You got to make it about race. And then when you turn around, when you line the numbers up for them, where it's just prima facie in your face, there's no other way to get around it. You'll still find an excuse around it instead of asking the question, why would you think that way, and have a intellectual conversation about it instead of resorting to escape. Because that's where we're at now, and I think we make it easy for them to do that, to try to shut down our voices, and then we get so kind of paranoid to make sure that I don't want to look like the bad guy with this. But sometimes you got to be forceful with things. You got to be forceful with things. You got to demand those answers, and demand those answers, and don't stop. But the problem is, you have other people that are out there that does not have shared experiences, don't, not able to take themselves out of a situation and put themselves in another group's shoes to try to at least try to understand. Now, as for this with Blade has been a shit show from the beginning. This should not be shocking. It should not be shocking at all.
I think the shocking part of it is Mahershala Ali's comment was, you have to ask Marvel. They have had me under contract. Now, this is when they made this announcement about Blade or him becoming Blade, right or wrong, this was before the pandemic, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2019, 2018.
2019, before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So from the pandemic up until now, how many movies have you seen Mahershala Ali in? From the pandemic to now, how many movies have you seen him in? They
At least
had him
8.
under contract, right?
eight.
Only about 3. That's crazy. Yeah.
About 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And the
they-
last was the Green Book. Was the Green
well,
Book?
no, the last one was Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Now he got one where he got the sword. Now it's another one he got coming out.
Another mama.
Yeah, well, that's your mama. I mean, your mother.
Yeah.
And that one he had to. So, how many movies? And the thing is, he turned down multiple scripts for other films because he wanted to do. Now, what they're saying is that he wanted to do a period piece that included the Klan. And I guess that's not what Marvel were or where they wanted to go. So they couldn't come up with a script. Now, here's the thing. In that space, I have two things. I mean, I look at it from subjectively two different sides. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. But Prop, I was waiting for you to do a video. Now, I don't know if you're still going to do a video on certain things, but I was waiting to see if you were going to pop up and do a video. What is your thoughts about his comments and letting us know being a $1 billion company and him? It's sort of like they were holding him hostage for nothing.
Right, bro. I mean, it's multi-faceted, man.
Yeah.
Race was interjected into the conversation immediately, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? That has been hard to process this part, and part of the reason is because we got news. I don't think that was by design, but just the way it was laid out. We got the Wonder Man news, same time. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? But the second brother said, I mean, Blade by itself, you know. Well, let me put it this way. You know what? I've been talking to people about the racism aspect, and I can almost come off contrarian when I talk about it, because by the time it gets canceled, it doesn't feel like it's race when it's canceled. For instance, Wonder Man doesn't have a lot of viewership by the time it gets canceled, so you can almost blame it on a business decision. Blade is probably a money, because I'm imagining if they're under contract, these cats is getting paid to an extent. At some point, you got to cut.
But Prop, I remember you saying that, right? Saying that before.
I got more to it though.
And not to cut you off. Hold on to that, because with Wonder Man, when you said I made a comment about Wonder Man, I tried looking at it in the sense of, they did poor marketing for that. Yeah. But I also looked at it when you have a court case and you have the prosecution and the defense.
Right.
And you had the prosecution that will throw a case, but only people would know that you throw the case is a person that's another attorney.
Right.
Because they're like, okay, I'm going to leave this evidence out. I'm going to leave this out. If he's good, he's going to catch and capitalize on it. And then I can wash my hands of it. No egg on my face and move on. That's how I felt how Wonder Man was done.
Right.
You had such a build-up with Wonder Man of it coming out, and then you just like, wait a minute, you're not putting no advertising, you're not putting no nothing into this, and then you expect for it. It's like you set it up to fail to make to try to to save face. To try to save face. Yeah, but
right. No, and that's absolutely. And I see Big J for real in the crowd, like you said. I don't think it's race based. Again, on the surface, I wouldn't even take offense to that outlook, because at this point it is what it is. But like Second Brother said, these shows don't get the push on the front end. I didn't care for Ironheart. In fact, I think I was nicer about it when we talked about it on the show. If I was to tell you now, I think Ironheart was straight garbage, bro.
Yeah.
As my boy would say, it was trash. It just wasn't good. With that being said, they didn't have a promotion behind it. There are shows that suck, that find an audience, and propel into what it finds its audience. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Man's the same thing. We know the promotion. None of us knew what it was about. Maybe that was by design, maybe not. But the promotion, I've talked to people, especially this week, talking about the cancellation. They didn't even know about the show. You know what I mean? Some of my homies that follow Marvel didn't know about this show. Promotion sucked, bro. If Blade, to my boy's point, it's crazy what he said, right? Because you said part of it, which was you had me under contract, him speaking about himself. But he also said that these cats have billions of dollars.
Yeah.
You word that another way. You had all the resources, you had all the pieces. So if I asked for 5 different scripts, if 2 directors quit, y'all got the resources to fill that hole, to get the right writers, to get the right directors. Or you could have paid, because one of the directors left because of scheduling. Well, you could have paid that dude to keep him around. You got enough money to have paid this man to keep him on this project so we can stay on track. You know what I mean? And I'm just me guesstimating, but
they got the money to do it.
You got the money to do it, bro. So that's where the racism part, to me, by the time they cancel it, it's hard to say. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say by the time it's canceled. But at some point, you didn't put the energy that you should have into this product, and specifically with the thing with Wonder Man. How many shows get a second season? You know what I'm saying? I absolutely love the TV show Warriors. Absolutely love it, yo, and that's people of color. You know what I'm saying? But they gave it 3 seasons before with kind of minimal viewership before they canceled it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they know with a show like this, it's got to find its audience. And dude, Wonder Man had won or got nominated for Emmys. The reviews are almost completely positive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we give it another season to land an audience with something this good with this many pieces in place, yo? Again,
you announced that it's going to be a second season, and
they made the announcement.
That makes it bad.
Right.
That's what makes it bad.
And they made that announcement based off the critical success of the show. You know what I mean? Like, people were talking positive about it, so that's where it came from. But again, bro, Blade is oh my Lord, Blade is a different beast, man. But they've been disrespecting, even to bring Wesley Snipes back, which I loved. You know what I'm saying? But man, when I was sitting in the movie theater, and I'm sure you guys had similar experience, when I saw Deadpool and Wolverine 3 times in the movie theater, 3 times, bro. All 3 times, the audience responded when Wesley Snipes walked in that room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gambit was probably the coolest thing for a comic book head to see on the screen. Like, we ain't never seen a live action, but bro, when Wesley Snipes' Blade walked on, the crowd responded, and I knew right.
And when he said what he said, and I was just like, oh well, that ends that right there.
When he said there's only one Blade, they're only gonna ever be one Blade.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the end of that.
You know what? That was a direct shot at Mahershala Ali. I feel like they were trolling him with that because, again, you know, all the scripts they went through, they were saying, you know what, you're not going to get this movie. We're only going to have Wesley Snipes. So I mean, that's real dirty to me.
Yeah, even when Kevin Feige said, "I'm glad we were able to get Wesley back for Deadpool and Wolverine," I feel like shit, or I feel like a complete failure that we couldn't get the Mahershala Ali film in order. And I'm gonna let you finish because I want to say something before we go further about that. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh no. Yo, that's it, man. I mean, you guys know what it is, man. Blade is a different beast, bro. I don't know. I didn't take what Wesley said as negative because Mahershala Ali, Academy Award winning, like at that time, it's easy to say that now. But at that time, it was like, bro, all the pieces for a Blade movie was there. You know what I'm saying? So we knew you ain't bringing no old man Wesley Snipes back. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the only thing that I'm going to say.
Lumi was right.
And I need y'all to hear me on this. Because for me, all I want to see is a Blade film.
Right.
You understand? What is so hard about Blade fighting vampires? What is and seeing that they did that film back in the day with a limited budget, a very limited budget,
and it worked.
and it worked. Now, this is where it gets kind of divisive. This is where, for me, I have to look at it subjectively and play devil's advocate. And I want to ask y'all the same question. Would y'all have wanted to see a period piece of Wesley Snipes dealing with slavery and then also dealing with the Klan?
Trash.
Would you have wanted to see that?
Nope. Yeah, no.
This is where I am subjective because I did not want, bro. I've been saying this for a while. How many
What?
more? And again, bro, how many more slavery films do we got to get? And I'm not saying that in a rude way, but
Right.
there's more to it than, because again, we had Academy Award winning actors. Lupita Nyong'o won because of what? 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
Halle Berry won from a film where she practically was
Monsters Ball.
getting clapped.
Bro, already know where you get ready to go because you got Precious, you got these are
Bro, and even
Yeah.
but even here's the thing. Here, and this is what I'm saying. Even with Denzel Washington, a crooked cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? And these are how these cats are winning these awards, bro.
Crooked
Because
cop,
that's how they
Jackie
see us,
Chan.
bro. That's the shit that's how they depict us. Me, myself, and to be completely honest, all I wanted to see was a Blade film, bro.
Yeah.
A Blade film.
Not man.
It's not that hard. We can write the movie tonight.
You know what I mean, bro? Bringing
Yeah.
something like that in, you're dealing with like it's taking it down. Okay, it to me as a first Blade film, that if this is something that Mahershala Ali wanted to do, and this is where if this is what was stalling the script, and that he wanted to have say over the script, and if that is actually something that he wanted to do, that's where it gets hard, bro.
Yeah.
That's where it gets hard. Because I'm going to ask y'all again, and y'all can be completely honest. Did anybody on this panel, to be honest, did you want to see a period piece?
Yeah, no.
I mean, so it was.
Blade.
I was
Hold
under
on.
the impression that the period piece was like in the 1920s in London. I mean, I
No.
think that was according to Bo DeMaio, right? Or am I off?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought the period piece was in London in the
But
1920s.
why would it even be a period piece in the 1920s
I don't-
Right.
in London?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like,
Right.
where
Nah.
would that go?
Right.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's, I
They
mean,
could do some flashbacks, but I wouldn't want to see a whole.
right. I mean, it's hard, but I
If
mean,
you were saying
Well, wow.
a period,
Why we have flashbacks though? He wasn't born in the 1920s.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
that's true.
you're talking about a period, talking about a period piece, what would make sense to me to be in Louisiana or Mississippi, where you can tie in voodoo and all of
Yeah.
the African cultures into the mysticism of dealing with vampirism. That would turn around and make sense if it was a period piece that way. That way. So, you know, if it was a thing like an overemphasis on, I don't know, 'cause this whole thing of him wanting the Klan and all this other stuff, that's a first of me
Yeah.
hearing that, and I'm like, nah.
Yo, I don't know if that was Mahershala Ali, man.
But see,
I'm not.
but see,
No, but they're saying that that's what the word is.
that's one of the
That's
things that
what
we
he
wanted.
wanted to inject in the script
Mm,
was a period piece where the Klan were involved.
No. Trash.
You know what
What
I mean?
Don Mega just said would make a lot of sense. Like for somebody like Icon, a
It
period
would make
piece.
sense for a hero
That's
like
when he
Icon
came. That's when he came around.
because
when he landed
that's
on Earth.
it makes more sense for that
Right.
particular character.
Not for
But
Blade.
for
Yeah,
Blade, bro,
I'm not-
he wasn't born in the 1920s at
No.
all, bro.
No, born in the 70s. So
but
Like,
you know what? That is so rumored. Like I'm trying to find. like I can almost find a source of that rumor. Like people are saying that they think Sinners. I'm not seeing nothing. Of course, you're not going to see nothing.
It kind of doesn't make
but
sense because if you're
yeah,
looking, if they're saying
Well,
that the costumes that they basically got from Blade was
that
injected
was
into
it.
Sinners,
That was it. That was
but
it.
if you're looking at those costumes, bro, and you look at the, because Sinners is a period piece.
Not for sure.
Yes, it is. It
For
is.
sure.
It's a period piece. So if they're using the costumes from Blade, then that right
From
there
that
is
time
telling you
period.
that they were going to give us a period piece for that time, which would
I
not
agree with
have
that.
made sense.
That would have been trash, but
Blade.
it wouldn't have made no sense, dog, at all.
It would not. And if this is what Mahershala Ali was doing, bro, if that's what he wanted to do, that's where I can see there might have been a conflict.
Yeah.
Because for a Blade film, bro, that formula for me, in my opinion, would not have worked.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, man, and it fits your point. Blade, whether I agree with it, because there's a lot of comic book heads on here, so y'all might absolutely disagree with me. You're still gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be right on this. Blade was defined by that movie. Period. It just was. You might be a comic book fan and know who Blade was when he was rocking the afro and blah 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 blah. But Blade was defined by that. Even when I say that movie, you know what I'm talking about. You saw the updates in the comic book.
Based on that movie.
They
made,
did.
You know what I mean? Batman kind of 89 kind of made some changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The comic book did.
Yeah.
But not as dramatic as this.
Not like Blade.
Like my man was rocking trench coats, collar.
Bro, he had an afro,
swords.
a blue jean jacket, blue pants, and a red shirt.
Before, right? So pre-Blade movie, and then you got after Blade movie, and so imagine having to reboot a movie with a Marvel that's being more, true to the comics as much as they can, right? It still make changes. Spider-Man was that, you know what I mean? So even a post Spider-Man, like how do you stay true to a Blade and skip over? You know what I'm saying? You can't be true to the Blade comic book, in other words. You know what I mean? Like it had to have been difficult because where does the script? Because I think you're right about the period. Because the costume, we do know for a fact they had the costumes.
They got the costumes.
Like where does an idea like that come from? Except that you've already decided that we're not going to follow the comic book, and we're too scared to follow. We can't repeat the movie, so let's create
because if I would have saw that, bro, and I'm gonna go because Vinny, I'm gonna leave you last like I always do because you used to crushing some gems and throwing them out there, bro. So, but Mark. Here's the thing. The Photon conversation, I want to kind of leave that. And the reason why I want to leave that is we haven't seen Doomsday yet.
Okay.
If she doesn't show up in Cornelius, I want to talk about that shit so bad. No, you know what? Fuck it. We're still going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to jump to conclusions yet. Yeah. I'm not.
Just made $1 billion.
My problem is, bro. Yeah, Spider-Man just made $1 billion.
Just made it.
Just made $1 billion. Spider-Man Brand New Day. Just in case everybody out there is watching.
We said
just opened up last
it came out on Friday. Thursday night, but on Friday.
We said
4 days. 4 days.
That's crazy.
That's the reason
it's tracking the
$1 billion. It's tracking, which can basically track for $2 billion by next week.
That's crazy.
Possible. And what is coming out this weekend? Absolutely nothing from what I know.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? So it's tracking to hit $2 billion, bro, and that says a lot. But anyway, getting back on track here.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. That's me.
No. It's cool. It's cool. But what I'm saying is, we're going to still talk about Photon. We're going. I want to get into that discussion for a reason. But Mark, with the Wonder Man situation, what they're basically saying is, Wonder Man was canceled, along with other live action contingencies. The only thing that they're going forward with, because it's already done, is Vision Quest and Daredevil season 3. because they're already in production. Those are going to be the only two that are left.
Armor Wars is going now too, I guess.
Well, Armor Wars was already
That's
done
cool.
and dusted. They were going to basically make that into like another Iron Man film. That was already done and dusted. That was dusted last 2 years ago, I think, Cornelius. I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago. That was dusted. You ain't even heard shit about that, so that's out the window. So that shit right there. Here's the thing. Disney now, y'all cannot talk shit. Disney and Marvel, y'all can't talk shit about DC because now y'all did 2 fuck ups. Y'all doing the same thing. You're putting that shit out there and telling people this is what you want to do, and then you have to retract the statement.
Yep.
Y'all can't say shit about Kathleen Kennedy no more because y'all motherfuckers is doing some dumb shit over here too, Kevin Feige. So that's what I'm saying. You got to be absolutely sure it's a project that you want to do, and don't hold because bro, the creator or the writer of Wonder Man came out and was like, "Yo, I'm just letting y'all know, we were prepped. Schedules were made, schedules were planned. They had everything ready for this show to begin. They had everything lined up for this to take place." And he even said, just to basically let y'all know, there's no plans for films.
Yeah.
There's no plan, as far as we know right now. There is no plans for film. He was hot. You can tell he was calm.
He's mad.
but
He already
was
wrote
hot.
he wrote the first episode already. He already read it.
He wrote drafts for it already. You put out a couple months back that it was greenlit for a season 2, and then you all of a sudden cancel it after it was nominated for an Emmy, and Yaya was nominated for an Emmy as well. Like, come on, man. Like, where is the sense? Where is that? So, coming off of the heels of Mahershala Ali making that comment about Blade, then this basically happening with Wonder Man. Knowing what we know about Armor Wars, my question is, as melanin blessed motherfuckers as we are on this panel, what the fuck are we supposed to think?
Right.
Well,
Like, what are we supposed to think, bro? Like, what is it? Why is it that we can't have this discussion about how they treat black people? And I mean, especially how they treat the black experience in Marvel is trash right now, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in a vacuum, if you have one of these situations, it is what it is. If you have another situation, it is what it is. But the composite is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? It's the composite. So Wonder Man very well could be what they said it is. It very well could be. But when you have the historical data and then you have the composite, not to mention Black Panther. We should have had it with T'Challa. So I don't think we are making anything up. I don't think we are race baiting. I think it's genuine real frustration with the fact that we are a live, vital, huge cultural audience that will put money in their pockets if they give us what we want, which is representation.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna throw a spin on this. Throw a spin on it, baby. And you guys know I do what I do outside this comic book shit. So I'm about to throw this spin there. You know, Disney is in some hot shit with our boys' administration.
Yeah.
They're throwing investigations on them left and right. And right.
Yeah.
So, will it be safe to say, because they getting damn near close of them snatching them licenses from their air license on the ABC side.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of DEI investigations, like at least 6 going on right now for Disney itself.
Yeah.
So, you would think, if I was a betting man, you would kind of chill out on these properties because that'd be prime targets for them to investigate.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you like this.
And look at the
brother.
climate. Look at the climate.
Let me tell you like this. They're gonna play it both sides, right? Because when you present something like that, it's like it could be true, it couldn't be. And I'm telling you, these people are smart enough to lay it out that way. When these shows get canceled, Bob Iger, everybody's superhero, which I said on this damn show, that he was just as whack as any CEO out there. He just is, bro. He's a suit. He is a suit. My man came back and he said that not that he was going to get rid of Marvel shows, but we're going to cut it down to 2.
All right.
He might even said or less. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember thinking, and as soon as he said 2, I was like, well, we know what shows is going to go first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yeah.
but all of that, he has a reason for cutting them down to 2 because we're losing money. You know what I'm saying? Which is what I was alluding to earlier.
Yeah.
Viewership, money, da. We know, but I think more of what Second Brother is saying is probably true because they're out there straight up calling most shows. It's crazy that we can be blamed for race bait, right?
Right.
Most shows nowadays, and there's people that I've followed for years, I won't name them, but every conversation starts out with woke. Disney is woke, or this, or even if it's this one is, even if they're selling something that's good, this show, hey, I'm let you right now, it's not woke. Yeah, this is great. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's so embedded. So obviously, and Disney, by the way, is the target of that. When I go to my local shop, so these are people I trust too. It's people that I thought I knew. I'm hearing it. It's almost a normal way of speaking for these cats. And Disney, that's where I hear that word the most, bro. Is with Disney.
This
You know
is
what
the
I'm saying?
pinnacle.
They've got to be
This
feeling
is the
it.
pinnacle of that.
Yo,
They're
so
the pinnacle.
We just had a conversation about this Saturday, man. Prop. We were saying how a lot of these black movies, well, black-led films that they've had, the scripts has been shit, and it's like they've done it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, look how they ripped up Brave New World. Like, Brave New World was so cut up. I still went to go see it twice just to support the film.
Oh,
whatever.
you still support.
But they the way they changed the look of what's my boy? Oh my god. Oh man. I can't the one that wanted to get Banner, his nemesis, the big head.
Leader.
Yeah, the leader. Yeah.
They changed leader because they had him looking like the comic book version, and they switched him to this trash that we got. And all you tell how the film was all chopped up by watching
Nasty.
the movie. I'm like, bro, like they set the man up to fail. They didn't have a lot of promotion that at all.
It looked like Brave New World to me was like what they did to Finn in Star Wars.
Right, they chopped it up, bro.
What they did, right.
Minimized the shit out of it.
Right, and even with the discussion of Black Panther, me and Prop talked about this Saturday. Like, yo, it seemed like they took advantage of our grief and weaponized it against us. And said, you know what? We'll give you what you want. You know, we'll make another movie. We'll kill T'Challa off to show respect to Chadwick. What?
Right.
They didn't have Christopher Reeve or Adam West or you know what I mean? So I mean, I don't know. I'm pulling teeth here, but I'm just saying, like,
well,
it's set up. It's been set up that way. Like, they weaponized our grief against us. You know, with the whole Chadwick Boseman thing, they could have waited on Black Panther 2, took more time off, and then recast T'Challa altogether. That would have been keeping the character alive, out of respect for Chadwick for his passing. No, they rushed it because Black Panther made $1 billion, so the sisters got that bread. You know what I'm saying? They say, you know what?
Bro.
Give him Black Panther 2. Don't recast T'Challa out of respect for Chadwick. Those poor black people, they miss him so much. Those poor black people. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Put his sister instead, and we'll make him. You know what I'm saying? It's and we see it now. Even with the movie, you're gonna cancel an Emmy-nominated show. Really?
Right.
The people? Come on, bro. Like,
the character was dope, son. With top actors, bro. Dude, you know what?
Man.
I'll tell y'all this, man.
Late now, you know. So,
and this one y'all can disagree with me on. When Black Panther came out, there's a scene of him like jumping on the car, the suit. Bro, they didn't put the money in that movie. Now it was dope because you had a dope director. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. But you look at the visual effects, the other movies, even the Spider-Man digital suit.
Yeah,
right?
Right.
Even though it looked digital back then,
they put time in.
dude was 1,000 times better than that digital
Right.
fight or whatever that they did with the vibranium of it. Like they didn't put the money in the
scene.
first. It made $1
Right.
billion despite that. Again,
Right.
because you had a dope creator. But I
Right.
could tell when I watched that movie, I could tell it was like, oh, y'all ain't really
Well,
doing
they-
it because he made a splash in Civil War, but they weren't ready to
Right.
put that
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
that Black Panther
We said that. We said that. Look at it between Civil War, Black Panther,
right.
and it was more practical, and it
Right.
looked dope compared to having a whole movie with Black Panther.
Yeah.
The script was great, the writing was awesome, but some of the digital effects was lame. How you go from
Yeah.
having the dope practical suit in Civil War because you got all your surrounding characters, but when he by himself, the effects are a little off. Come on, bro.
Right.
Like it just.
I think that's for twofold, right? Because during that time of filming of Black Panther, they were also filming Infinity War. So
Yeah.
they were taking the resources to, the CGI was not finished in that film and putting it on Infinity War because that's the big budget film.
Right.
And then also, Black Panther, remember when Lupita Nyong'o said that basically behind the scenes, the execs was like, Black Panther is just an experiment for them. We're gonna put this out. You just, just give it.
There you go.
Give
Yep.
it to the blacks, and hey,
See?
this is y'all movie,
And it backfired like a
whatever it makes,
motherfucker because then their own
Right.
people love this shit, bro.
Right.
You don't know how many white folks I've seen show up with dashikis on, bro. Like literally the whole weekend, almost a whole week. That was the
Black
movement.
Panther
They had a
brought
red part, and
people
it brought people
Right.
out and it brought them together.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
quick though, because I want to hear what, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta hear what Vinny got to say because this man has been waiting for a minute. And
Listen,
I created this picture up here real quick.
He's been waiting just like that.
I've been waiting, bro. I'm putting this shit on my phone. I don't give a fuck. But
That's how
Vinny,
he waiting.
what you got to say, bro? What you gotta let them know, man?
Power to the people, my brother.
Yo, Prop always joked about echoing some of my statements, but one of my biggest points was his point about Bob Iger when he came out a couple years ago and said, "We're going quality over quantity. There's too many shows. Everything's too diluted." That meant that the female-led shows, the people of color shows, those are going to be the first on the chopping block. Because if we're tightening the belt, we're going to go to the well, to the well, to the well. And guess what they did? They said, hey, write a blank check to Mr. Robert Downey Jr. See if Chris will answer the phone. No, X, Y. They went down the list, just rehashing all the shit that they knew or figured would be a lock. And then they said, what can we ask to save some money? Because people were bitching and we're tired of hearing them bitch. We gave y'all Negroes some scraps and you turned your nose up at us. We'll show you. We'll show you. Y'all want to bitch and cry like y'all own this? Go make some milestone movies and get off our porch. That is how the fuck they have sounded for the past fucking years because everyone going out of their way with those Oakleys and those Confederate flags in their profile pic, complaining about any show where people didn't look like them. They have decided to take those minority views and make them gospel and revolve their basically, their MO around it. And you've seen as much as this year has been bangers for Marvel. Once they got Wonder Man out of the way, there is zero risks. It was X-Men 97, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Doomsday, Punisher. All fucking go to 100%. We can like clockwork. A-okay. No more experiments. No more. Let's see if an Indian teenager will work. No more. Let's see if an Egyptian schizophrenic will work.
Right.
No more of this bullshit. We're just gonna go with the shit that will absolutely sell. The experiment time is over. And the frustrating thing about that is there's a little tiny bit of that is the fandom's fault. because every time people bitched about some shit that they didn't like, instead of saying I don't like that, and they didn't say I don't like that. They said, why are they making this? This is bullshit.
Right.
Because none of us go into a comic book shop and see My Little Pony on a fucking shelf and say, why is this here? There should just be Spawn and Blade and Spider-Man and fucking Thanos and Batman comics here. Why is there a fucking Transformer book? Why is there a Wonder Woman book? All the shit, you go into any comic book store, you go into any movie store, you go into any place, there's going to be a whole bunch of shit that ain't for you. There's a billion channels, a billion streaming networks, a billion radio stations, and for some reason, when it comes to superhero films, because people were molded for years that you got to see all the movies and then lead up to a big movie. So if you don't see any of those movies, you left out. And then now that there's going to be shows on Disney Plus that you don't like, now you're going to bitch because I don't want to have to watch that in order to get that. Right. And now people are going to bitch about all the shit that's not for them that they don't like, because there's a reason now that we still haven't got Shang-Chi in almost 10 years. Despite that,
that's what gonna say that next, man.
There's a reason that we haven't got another. There's a reason we haven't got T'Challa back. There's a reason we haven't got more Wonder Man. There's a reason why we haven't got all these things, because all these the spider web of different things. Where let's go make some Asian money. Let's go make some black money. Let's go make some teenage girl money. Let's go make some She-Hulk girl power money. All those things.
Still no Blue Marvel. Still no Blue Marvel.
Like all those things, right? All those things that aren't necessarily for us. A lot of fans decided, well, if it's not for me, I don't want to see it, period. And it's been toxic and it's been frustrating because it's not enough that they can just say it's not for me. It has to be, you can't have it. And instead of Disney saying, all right, well, all the stuff that we have isn't going to necessarily integrate. And if we do put Kamala in a movie, we're going to make it make sense. We're going to explain it in the movie. Don't worry. Not everything will be for everybody. We want everybody to be a part of the Marvel experience. Chill. That's not what they said. They said, we hear you. Don't worry. Quality over quantity. We're going to tighten our belt. And as always, when you make the chairs around the table smaller, guess who's sitting out fucking side?
Right.
It's just always going to be.
But why is this this conversation that we have in here, right? Once we get outside of here, why is this conversation as difficult as it is? Because it's really
I'll tell you exactly why it is.
It's really not.
Wait, I can speak for it. I'll tell you exactly how white people think. There is nothing a racist wants to hear less than racism talk. Because that's a mirror in front of their fucking face. Even if they don't strongly outwardly feel that way, because to many white people, if you aren't saying the N-word and hanging people from a tree, you ain't racist. Right. They don't understand the spectrum of racism. They understand black and white. That's why so many white people just see racism. He's not racist. You have to have a fucking pitchfork in your hand and a hood on your head in order for you to be racist to them. There's no let me touch your hair or do you want some chicken, right? All that stuff they don't see as racist, as just innocent, because they don't in their heart think that the meaning is being biased, so it can't be racist because I don't hate
Vinny.
You, right?
That's real.
Hey Vinny.
Hey
Vinny. I'm gonna tell you.
Yo.
For most of my life, bro, I got a name for that. I call it the boogeyman effect.
Yeah.
I actually tell people that. I got a name for that when I talk to my kids. Right. It's like you make this racism the boogeyman, and it becomes more unreachable. You know what I'm saying? So it's everything you just said. If I'm not doing this, then it ain't. And
it's a shield. It's a shield. And it's a shield the same way that when we as men sometimes hear women bitch about men. It's not me though. Not all men. Not all men. We don't got none of us here look over our shoulder when we walk into our car after dark.
Right.
No. We don't understand the way that they do. There's shit that they don't understand. There's shit that we'll never understand that they go through. And
because we don't live their experience
sometimes.
Yep.
White people don't know how to shut the fuck up sometimes with some shit. They hear a bitching, and it's like they just have to defend themselves because not me though, not me though, not me though.
Not
But
me,
we're not
not
talking
me.
about
Right.
any one
But when you
specific
hold,
person.
but then when
We're
you do
talking
that,
about a systemic thing that
But-
involves
Right.
so many different people and branches. And the way that trickles down, it affects so many different things. And what happens is that you get different ways that they try to avoid that stigma. And you get things that offshoot. Things like, let's throw Wonder Man out there. Throw him a ball.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
way,
Throw 'em a ball.
we ain't gonna do a whole bunch of promotion for it. Let's throw Echo out there. We ain't gonna do a whole bunch of promotion. Let's throw
Right.
Ironheart. This, that, and the third. And if it
But that-
fails, guess what we get to do? We get to say this.
We
See,
gave you what
told
you
y'all
wanted.
y'all don't want to see no shit.
Mhm.
Told y'all don't want to support Echo. Told y'all
Right.
y'all don't want to support Ironheart. So when you do a 14th season of fucking Daredevil, which is had the same fucking numbers as Wonder Man, you get to say,
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So it's your
Yep.
fault. Just like everybody with the DC shit. Oh, y'all didn't support it, so it's your fault. So we get to put the onus on you. You were gonna eat shit, and guess what? It was your fault that you put it on your fucking plate, despite the fact
Yeah.
that was the only thing in the refrigerator.
But the point,
You know
but
what?
like
You-
with the thing with like Penny, for what you're saying, right? I've turned around and done. I have done this with.
Huey P. Vinny.
Word. My boy killed it.
Hey,
That
no,
boy
look what
killed
low.
it.
Hey, what low key said. Yo.
What did he say? He
Yo.
said too much knowledge for 1 man and a half, bro.
Yeah, listen. Put this boy. You
The thing is,
missed your calling, bro. You missed
But
your
the
calling.
thing is with Vinny. Now I get with Vinny. No, he's on fucking fire.
Yeah.
I have turned around and done this with white males. I would count probably maybe 150 times. 150 of them I could probably can count off the top of my head. And
Busy, bro.
when you force them to face that reality, to force them to look at that mirror,
Oh, they can't look at
it
that.
is
They can't
very
look at it.
difficult for them to handle. Even when you turn around and take them and hold them by their hands, they're like, you know what? The reason why you don't feel it like this is because of the fact that feel like it's because of the fact that you're not directly affected by it. So you're not directly affected by something, you don't give a shit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're directly affected by it. But but the thing is with us that when that reflection, when it's time to show that reflection, keep that fucking mirror up there.
Keep
Don't
it up.
let them sit up there and try to say to you, "Oh, you race baiting and all this shit." Because
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's just like it's so many of us out here is so scared of keeping something instead of saying, "No, fuck that." You're going to face it and you're going to own it. You prove to me that you're not like that.
Right.
Because I
Yeah.
can tell you right now, if I leave out here right now, there's a whole bunch of people talking shit. You can be joining along with them.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
think
Man,
what
you know what's
force them to face that shit.
Huey P. Vinny, bro.
my bad.
I think
You about to say something?
I think a huge I think a huge issue is I grew up in Milwaukee. Milwaukee has for years been known for one of the most segregated cities in the US. And so going to predominantly white schools, when you having a lot of white friends, white people see things from them being the center of their perspective of everything. So if you're included in anything, they think, kind of like, I don't want to, there are certain cases out there right now that, are top huge conversations, but like people are using, like people fit friend groups and how people shape those friend groups is basically kind of where I'm speaking from. So when, you have a bunch of white friends, they have a certain perspective. And even if 2 or 3 black people are part of that friend group, they still don't see the perspective of their melanated friend group. So that's
Right.
the huge issue that we have, across the board that we've been having for.
But you know what's crazy? Even in that scenario, I relate military brats, so relate to that a little bit. And what it is the fact that you're their friend disproves the racism to them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's this weird oxymoron where it's like the fact that you're in their group is what makes them not racist. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You
So
talking that whole tokenism
Certain
bullshit.
people who had certain things to say. If
Yeah.
I got a black friend, then I can't possibly be racist. So
Bro.
all my
Yeah,
negative racial
Right,
assaults
right.
are justified
Bro.
because look at my shield, my homeboy.
Right.
Right.
Bro, you
Right,
can't.
right.
This is why I say you can't have one foot in and one foot out outside of my black, bro. You can't.
Nah.
You have to respect it for what it is. Don't say
Yeah.
that you're an ally and that you ally yourself with the cause, but then you're not seeing my perspective. You don't respect my perspective. You're not basically seeing, you choose to turn a blind eye on that perspective.
Yeah.
But again, because I check that box that you can actually say, well, nah, we cool. You know, I'm white, you black, so we cool. So I can basically challenge you because no, bro, it don't work that way.
Right.
It don't work that way.
The frustrating thing about that is
dismiss
it also doesn't have to go like, because they're black, absolutely every gripe or everything they say can't be debated. It's absolute. But the problem is that there's not even a conversation or an understanding or a will to understand. It's like
right. For instance,
in some cases, it's flat out denial. It's
denial because it's like this. It's denial because it's like this internal struggle. Because if that's true, then what does that say about me?
Me, exactly.
Yeah.
This whole bullshit with the Odyssey, I went back and forth with this dude. This motherfucker was so ignorant, and I'm like, dude, you don't know the difference between BC and BCE. Okay, you know the kingdom of Kush was around before fucking Greece. Okay,
before Greece. Exactly.
And you then like motherfuckers, you can just see them like just trying to grab the straws and shit. It was like no.
The Grecians actually studied the Kushites.
If a joker don't know between what BC and BCE is, why are you arguing?
But let me simplify even more than that.
Denial, but that's what you're dealing with.
Let's simplify more than
you're dealing with idiots, bro.
You know,
I'm gonna simplify.
Y'all know when second brother when he's getting to that point, when he said motherfucker real quick, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, but dig this though. The whole argument that falls in line is a little bit more abstract, but falls on that same point.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, there's only a handful compared to all the movies out, all the Marvel movies, all the superhero movies, all the cinema, period. We're talking about a handful of movies, right? That's the reason why I think one of y'all suggested somebody will throw Blade in our face. You know why?
Yeah.
Because that's one of the 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? Black
Panther. The frustrating thing is
that within itself. Yep.
Go ahead, bro. My fault.
Go ahead, Vinny. No. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the times in the administration is definitely a part of it because that like I don't know if it's fear or it's attack on the quote unquote of character swapping, this, that, and the third is so much more prevalent now today because it's the irony that we're not getting better because we all grew up mostly around 80s, 90s era where there were so many more black TV shows and movies and nobody was calling Cosby Show woke or why the fuck is this? Nobody was saying about
different world.
Nobody was saying about all that. Nobody was complaining. Look,
227.
Nobody was complaining about.
Yes, sir.
Nobody was complaining. You know what I mean? We had Richard Pryor movies, Eddie Murphy movies. We had Martin movies. We had all these. We had so many more black movies that were more than
Eddie Murphy was the highest paid actor at that time.
Exactly, and no one complained and had a problem with it because it was here's this pocket. Now even this pocket isn't accepted. Now it's this pocket is taken away from our pockets.
Yeah.
Real quick, just to piggyback off Vinny, it's the fear of them losing control of our narratives. So that's all it is.
It's a point. That's fear. And here's the thing: right now, the shield that they hold on their arm, again, which is always thrown up in a motherfucker's face, is Black Panther made $1 billion. Yeah. Forgetting the simple fact that Black Panther made $1 billion because we showed up. We were
what happened once Black Panther made $1 billion.
Well, everybody showed up.
They made sure that never happened again.
Hey, and by the way, I'm gonna say this to I think Vinny, one of you guys was saying, or what all you guys kind of mentioned how they're used to us being depicted a certain kind of way. In Black Panther, even though we were depicted as kings and queens, warriors, it's different than the normal training day. But if you think about it, it was still separated.
Yeah.
There's people that can watch that movie and still be like, well, you know, they're
At least he's
queens, but they
Africa.
still over there. The
They still
problem
over
is
there.
when you put Black Panther in my Avengers movie with such and such or these black characters, that's when it's like, you know what I mean?
You can tell
They might act a little different.
You can tell in Infinity War that because Infinity War is pretty much done when
Right.
Black Panther came out, and you could tell that they did not expect that movie to do what it did. Because if any other way,
Exactly.
that man would have had so much more to do in Infinity War if they knew. Well,
Right.
you would think he would have had a bigger role, but I don't think they had realized how
They
big
didn't.
it was going to show out for that. And
They
it's
knew the
almost
character was
like-
going to be popular. I'll give
Exactly.
them that credit.
You're gonna
They
have,
knew it was
and you're gonna have a
popular,
character that's that popular, based on, you know, that much of pride. I don't think that they were expecting that, and they had this double-edged sword. It's like, we don't really want that to be the face of this franchise because it's going to piss off all this other money that we want to have. Because you know how it goes. Black people will show up for whatever white fucking project they put out, but white people will not show up for whatever fuck black project they put out. So they can't have Black Panther be the face of the franchise. So we gotta chill that the fuck
Right,
off.
right.
And
But
then when we
again,
do these other projects, we ain't gonna give, I don't know, the next big black character,
Right,
which
right.
would be Blade, a feature profile. What we'll do though is we'll give a D-lister, despite the fact I like Wonder Man, a D-lister. We'll race swap him to black, so no matter, even if this does blow up, it's still a white character off their back. And there's a reason why they do what they do when they swap, because instead of making it a truly unique character that they put up there that they build off of, they swap it so that way they can still take credit for it.
right, right.
Yeah.
Do and or maybe people are just naive because you do got the kind of people that are cast the Wonder Man, and you have the Morgan Freeman thing where it's just we just gonna pick. There are directors out there that's like that. We just want to pick the best person for that role, and it just happened to be black, but it's gonna get lumped. That's what's so crazy about
but the whole show
is
was
that
black.
everything gets lumped into categories and it
Right.
don't matter. You know what
The
I'm saying?
country is built on labor. The country is built on labor.
Yeah.
So,
But it'll get over scrutinized too. It'll get more scrutiny than it would be if it was a white lead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, no matter how good an actor the guy is, black, white, orange, or red, if it's a black guy in the lead, he could have an Oscar or an Emmy nomination or whatever. If the character was white in the book, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get all kinds of scrutiny.
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. You know what I mean,
In the first week, Daredevil did 650 million views in the first week. Wonder Man did
Right.
620 million views first week.
right.
Daredevil,
Iron Man also.
And Daredevil's already
outperformed
established.
Daredevil.
and Daredevil's
Iron Man-
already also a huge name, and Wonder Man
Yeah.
almost did similar numbers. And
I'm
they
sorry.
can have as many seasons of Daredevil as they want. Wonder Man,
Right.
and as somebody pointed out earlier, to announce that there will be a season 2 and pull it back is playing in our faces like on some Henry Cavill shit, because you could have just not said nothing and left it self-contained.
Yeah.
right.
I meant to say Ironheart. Ironheart outperformed Daredevil on Nielsen rating. So more people watched in the first week. More
That's
people
it.
watched Ironheart than they watched the first season of Daredevil.
That's your show, Prop.
And we're on season 3.
Which show? Man, you know, hey, take that back, yo.
And we're on in season 3. We're going to a season 3 on a lackluster first season of Daredevil, because I felt as though the first season of Daredevil was trash, in my opinion, because of what they did, and how they. But again, because it is a popular IP, which they would actually want to say, they're following with that trend. They're going to continue. We're getting a season 3 of that, but everything else gets thrown to the wayside. But here's the thing: we're having these conversations almost like we don't have room for concerns. We don't have rooms to have concerns because of what they want to spoon feed us and say, look, we're giving you this. Why are you mad? Nobody asked, and you didn't come. Name one black person that said, yo, we want you to race swap Wonder Man and make him black. Nobody asked for that shit.
Nobody asked for that.
Right.
Nobody said anything about it. You took a risk in doing it because you thought you were setting it up to fail, and it succeeded. Now what?
And, you know, I admit, I was one of those guys that was happily surprised. I was a doubter. I thought it would be trash.
Bro, do you remember the conversations that we were having? And every time we had the conversation, Vinny would say some funny shit about Wonder Man.
Yeah. Bro, I talked to Jay the moment. Yep. Jay, I talked to Jay the moment he liked it. So just so y'all know, it was the last episode with Jay. The episode before the last, Jay told me this thing sucks. I ain't feeling it. He's like, the last episode, he called me back. He called me back like 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later. Was like, yo, man, this joint is dope. Yo. But what I was saying, what's embedded in that story, though, he watched the whole thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't just click on a couple of minutes and was like, yo, this is whack. He watched it.
I was still trying to support the boy, you feel me? So I wanted to at least finish it and give him a chance, you know what I'm saying? And bro, like the way it ended blew me. I was like, damn, this shit is dope, man. Like, what? Like, you know, so it, bro, like Emmy nominated show, dog. It makes
and it's got actors, bro. Even if they did Emmy, we know, man, that's a top tier.
And they got actors.
Mahershala's criticism.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say, bro?
Mahershala's criticism was very, very specifically worded. They are making money hand over fist on these shows, even when they don't do the numbers that Spider-Man Brand New Day is doing. Right? They're making money. If they want to make these shows, they can make these shows. And the whole point of doing shows that are abstract, unique, different, like no one at that fucking boardroom or any of those pitch sessions really felt like Miss Marvel or Eternals or whatever. Like those are going to do numbers like in Endgame. Though they were there to lay the seed, and like they don't just put McDonald's doesn't just put restaurants in big cities. They put them in small towns too. They want the brand to be huge. So having the brand be huge, it's just like with the comics too. Like you have a responsibility to get as many people to be a part of your brand as possible. There's a reason why Disney went after Marvel and Star Wars to get boys demographic and men demographic, to get them to be buying Disney shit too, instead of just girls. So when you have shows like, your Moon Knights, your Miss Marvels, even your Agathas and your She-Hulks, like they're not supposed to be where every single family is gathered around the TV to watch them. They're supposed to be so that way a 13-year-old teenager is going to go see Avengers Doomsday because Kamala might be in it. That's the point. So to say that, we couldn't make Blade because this, that, and the third, we couldn't make Wonder Man because it didn't make this, that, and the third. The point of every one of these shows isn't necessarily for each of these shows to be a home run success. It's supposed to be so that way everyone feels like they're part of the fucking party. And when you have something like Blade, I tell you this, I guarantee you that there's not going to be 7 years of script disputes with Ryan Gosling.
No.
But I was about to say,
because if he wanted to do a fucking period piece with the Klan, why the fuck did you say that's what we're doing then when you hired him? Because it sounds like he was hired off the strength of an idea and was pissed that the idea that came across his desk was instead about setting up his daughter. Because that's just like another demasculation of another black lead to flip to a female lead, which is not to shit on the Shuri story, but if it happens time and time again where you give them make a black lead just a bait and switch, that it sounds kind of fucking intentional. Like
it's whack.
It's funny when Lumi just made a point is that with this whole anti-woke and anti-DEI shit going on, I know years ago when I worked in Fannie Mae, probably about 20 some odd years ago, they had their own what is called a cultural culture appropriation division that is nothing but different nationalities in a room. And they about to put out a product or go to market a product, a mortgage product or whatever. And they ask each and every one, how would you think your people will react to this? And how could we steer them to this? Used to have companies that had fucking divisions of people for that.
Oh, we know.
But now, if a situation like that occurs, guess what's going to happen? You got the Department of Justice doing an investigation on you, saying that you're doing something that's being racial against white people because you got all these other cultures in there. They're trying to formulate how to make everyone be inclusive. So, it's all.
It's the devil's work, bro. I ain't even going.
All of it's fucked up.
I ain't gonna get specifically religious, but it's like clear devil's work, bro. It's literally
it is
no unity. Don't get along. It's wild, bro. But it's where we at, son.
Yeah, it is.
Bro, it could be worse, I guess.
Bro, it was crazy. I watched a documentary yesterday on fucking Iran-Contra, and I'm sitting there looking at it. I was like, well, I'll be goddamn. This shit is script by script back then and what you see right now. I'm going to send you
send it
to you. Jason, you're going to sit there and look at this shit like, well, I'll be damned. It's like somebody wrote a fucking script from this time
send it to me, bro.
And use it as a playbook of what they're doing right fucking now. Step by step by step by step.
That was what? Because you know what? I just did a history lesson. I just videotaped it today on Wilmington, North Carolina, man. Dog, the playbook is reused over and over and over again. Bro.
Dude,
you know what I mean? But the sad thing about now, I think in the we know what's going on in the world. We know what's going on in politics.
Yeah.
I think living it, we're learning more because I'm pretty sure it was probably the same then, right? Propaganda.
Yeah.
It's weird living through it and seeing these IPs, these TV stations, these movie studios. Yeah. I know for a fact it was happening because Errol Flynn, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they said Errol Flynn was a communist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the McCarthy era, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
propaganda for getting feds and weapons since World War II, man.
Dog. So it's weird just seeing you read the history, you hear about it. Of course, all of us know racism, but I think when you seeing how these companies are bending to it, man, and unfortunately, again, Marvel. If you don't want to blame Marvel because you got too much love for Marvel, Marvel works for DC. You know what I mean? It's a suit. They got to answer to somebody. And they're going to make the moves. We've seen them make moves that benefit them. Jimmy Fallon, if I'm not mistaken, right, it was under Disney.
I just want to get to the point where
Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel.
My bad. Kimmel. Yeah.
Get to the point where we have our own black comic creators go over to Burkina Faso and get about 100 gold bricks and make their own shit.
Yeah.
And just forget about
money
from other places. Which I mean, that time is coming. It's slowly.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Honestly, once the midterms come, and if the outcome is the way I think it's going to be, you're going to see a lot of changes, and you're going to see a lot of motherfuckers reverting back to what they used to do. Right now, it's a scare tactic. In every company, every television or every network, every studio is feeling that heat. So what they're trying to do is change up some shit, manipulate it and change it up and say, "Okay, no, we're we don't want y'all on the surface to say this is what we are. Beneath the surface, we want to kind of handle businesses, do certain things, but we want to hide that. So we got to take things off the surface. Now, here's the thing: Disney they making a point. When you make the point and say that your TV shows and your streaming shows aren't making money, and that you're pulling these. Wouldn't you? Now, this is just the way I'm thinking. I'm thinking about this. You would have known and seen that years ago. You would have saw that basically a few years back before you decided to make a Daredevil season 2. Before you basically decided to make a Daredevil season 3, because the numbers ain't numbering at that point, bro.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it was never the streaming service thing. from my understanding, takes years and years to. That's how Paramount got in the depth. Probably how HBO. Like the streaming services aren't designed to make money instantly, bro. Like you're chasing Netflix. Netflix is way ahead of the game. So, and what I mean by that is, to take HBO, Wonder Woman went straight. Wonder Woman 2 went straight
to streaming.
HBO.
Yeah,
Matrix
it was
went
hard.
straight to HBO. What else? You know, the Justice League 4-hour joint went straight. These were things that they invested $100 million into, $200 million. They're not making that movie theater money. They're putting that money into these movies, these shiny objects, in order to get people to sign up for their service. You understand what I'm saying? So they're already investing more than they're going to make. It's basically a super duper expensive commercial that over time
and they about to burn
should
themselves
pay
out.
off. You know what I'm saying?
And they about to burn themselves out with that.
Well,
because-
they burnt themselves out. I mean, that's really
yeah, no,
what
they're trying to
Disney
burn
did,
themselves
right?
budget wise.
Yeah,
but
Disney
us
did too many
as
shows.
us as the consumer, we're like, all right, I gotta make a choice to keep my Paramount Plus, or I'm going to keep my Disney.
Oh, bro, it's
Because
like having
the
cable
motherfucker-
already.
because they gotten as high as cable now.
Mhm.
They got as high as cable. You had, what was it? Goddamn, which one I turned around and looked at, and they was raising the fucking thing again. I get so many of the fucking streams. I know one raised their price 4 times in a year.
Netflix.
Yeah,
4 times a year.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, one of them, Disney raised their joints like 2 days after the strike ended.
Yeah.
After they made a deal to pay them actors more money, it was like, yep, we're gonna take it from the consumers.
Oh no, they got to pay that money. They had to start, trying to raise that money after Scarlett Johansson burned that ass with that streaming deal.
Yeah, that too.
When she burned
Yeah,
that
too.
ass on that.
Yeah. I mean,
These are
listen,
jokers that's
bro,
already making billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
making billions of dollars, bro, and they're making. That's what I'm saying, bro. This fucking, again, great discussion tonight. I'm glad we had it. And this wasn't an echo chamber. No echo chamber here. Nobody was basically trying to rally a whole bunch of motherfuckers to be right. It's not about being right, it's about being fair. So no
Exactly.
echo chamber. So whoever made that point, and you know who you are, it ain't no fucking echo chamber. This is about what's fair. What's fair? And that's what we're looking at. Because I guarantee you, if a lot of these other your favorite show, bro, maybe Daredevil was canceled.
Oh,
It
man.
would have been a totally different discussion.
Some of your boys would have heart attacks.
It would have been a
Yeah.
totally different discussion. If this third season was canceled, it would be a totally different discussion.
Be like a Chappelle show when my man head exploded.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that's the point. And that's my point.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. But thanks. Great discussion all around, man. And thank you guys out there for watching and being with us, man. I definitely appreciate that. Hit your like button on the way out. This was it was a discussion that needed to be had. I mean, plain and simple. I'm pretty sure if the shoe was on the other foot, there would be plenty more discussions. But when your own people talk about it, it must be a problem. Plain and simple, man. So definitely thank y'all. Jason, what you got going on, bro?
Bro, I gotta take this little girl to her little job in the morning, dog, at the hospital, man. My second to youngest, bro, she graduated college and now she's full-time nursing it. So dad is taking her to work in the morning. I've been doing it.
That's good stuff, though.
Yeah, bro. She's a good kid, dog. So I'm dropping her off in the morning, dog. I'm gonna take my ass to bed as soon as we hang up.
Is your wife watching the show right now?
No, she's asleep.
Oh, I was about to snitch.
She don't know about that Batman stuff.
Just don't say it too loud, bro.
Yo, no, she's asleep.
She sleep, bro. So
Yeah, I
you
was
can say,
sleep.
so because she's sleep, you can say.
Don't say it. She might hear that, bro.
Nah, man, nah, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here, man.
No
As
doubt.
always. Definitely appreciate it. Ben Dog, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, just catching up on a whole bunch of stuff that I've been behind on. A lot of reading to catch up on. I definitely got to try to make time to go see Spidey again because I seen it, and then the next morning we were leaving at 4 a.m. So I not got a chance to see it a second time. I cannot wait. But yeah, definitely lots to catch up on. We got new X-Men 97. We'll probably be catching up on a couple of episodes worth next week on Combo Talk with Friends. And then we haven't talked comics in a minute, so I got to catch up. And there's lots to catch up on. Batman and Ultimate Endgame and so much to get everybody up to speed on. So got lots to discuss soon. Happy to be here. And important episode where we discuss a lot of things that are affecting everybody, because one day it'll be, your favorite character, your favorite shows, that might be getting the act. It's all something that we all want to see everybody have a seat at the table.
Exactly. Plain and simple. And that's it. That's all we want. Ain't asking for too much. But definitely, bro, appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here, man. Prop, what about you, bro? What's going down, dog?
Yeah, man, I had stepped away earlier. When I came back, I had moved on. I ain't talking about the Spider-Man movie at all. But
snap.
I'm going to take it out your asses throughout the other shows. So I'll be talking about Spider-Man. You want to talk about an action figure? I'm talking about Spider-Man. But dude, with that being said, I got to see it one more time Saturday. It's kind of messed up my routine a little bit, bro. I haven't been recording, ain't been writing. I've been just sitting around trying to figure out when I can see Spider-Man again, man. My daughter was with her mom's for half of the summer, so she just got back yesterday. And bro, I'm gonna read you the beautiful message she sent me, man. Oh my Lord, son.
Don't cry.
Yo, man. Dog, this is phenomenal. Can you take me and my friends to go see Spider-Man on Saturday?
Oh man.
I hit it with the heart emoji, bro. Yes, I can.
Who asked you, bro?
That's my daughter. Yeah.
Word.
She was with her mom's when I went to go see. When I went to go see it the other 2 times, man. So 2 times I got a third time down, man. But dude, man, what a great time to be, a comic book person. Like I said, this Blade thing is kind of sad, man. I've already told you guys, bro. If I'm feeling funny by the time Doomsday come out, I'm knocking it off the list, boy. I'm just one person, but this is crazy, dog.
Thank you, man.
Friends, bro.
He could have put a better song on my
just
man.
rolled up like, what the fuck?
I'm looking like Vinny Vinkin.
Yeah, man. But that's it, bro. Just glad to be here, man.
Appreciate it, man. But definitely thank you for being here. Mark Lee, man, it's an important month, bro. It's just a few weeks. We'll be watching Lanterns, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, can't wait. Thanks for having me, man. Good discussion.
Okay.
I'm gonna see Spider-Man again this weekend. And as far as like the rest of the week, I think I have a couple pieces coming in. I want to say the Brand Day Spider-Man's on his way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, probably about Thursday, I want to say.
Yeah, the only thing I'm waiting on right now is my the Superman from InArt. I'm waiting for that to arrive.
Oh, I saw him starting to come in, right?
Yeah, they're starting to, some people are starting to get them, so mine will be here whenever, probably soon. So
the Clark Kent joint 2-pack, right?
No.
That would be too exciting. That would be phenomenal.
I would have been more excited than this.
The Man of Steel joint.
And my ass would have had two strokes.
The Superman, the James Gunn.
Oh.
I knew it was even a reaction.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, thanks, man. Thanks for being here, bro. Thanks for coming through.
Absolutely, man. Good to be here.
Yeah, definitely, man. Second brother, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, you're just trying to soak in all this. I won't say free time because I've been busy as hell. School's gonna start back up again. The actual last semester. So, that's the 24th, and this 24th got a little macho getting his ass together, dude. Jason, man, today was actually the first time I was able to walk fucking normal today.
Bruh.
But you better explain that, sir.
Dude.
Yeah, that man was about to come out of the crib and hurt himself, man.
Dude.
Blew his knee out.
Dude. My damn that damn knee and trying to drive back. Like,
Oh hell no!
I have some mad ass drugs trying to come back. But besides that, you know, get Lil Macho back and try to get him on. He wanted to know about these stories instead of looking at the movie, trying to get the kid to read, doing that. And you know, what's this today? Wednesday. Wednesday, I got to speak with my buddy to go on a little discussion panel about blacks in the Second Amendment, like a round table discussion with firearm instructors and guys in the military and stuff. So the importance of us and you know affecting our Second Amendment rights. So that's about it, my man.
Bro.
Don't repeat that, sir. He's gonna shoot me. Don't repeat that.
Y'all boys, wow.
Bro.
Don't repeat that, bro.
I'm not. Bro. Second brother, man, we got some fools, bro.
He gonna do me. He gonna do me like Punisher did. I don't need that kind of drama in my life.
Man, that's crazy.
Wow, boy.
Second brother, when you stand outside your crib with a vest on, with a Praying Mantis logo on his jaw, bro.
What was that? What'd you say?
I said you gonna show with a vest on, a Praying Mantis logo on your jaw with
Man.
Oh.
Man, you keep talking about that Praying Mantis, man.
Bro, prop story about
Bro,
that shit had me dying, bro.
Dude, that thing was pure horror, dude. I don't care what nobody said. He was following. I ain't going to go through it.
I got one better than that. Shit, lady waking my ass up like, get up. I think somebody breaking the house. I'm ready to go get my shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, something downstairs. Like, what the fuck is downstairs? Man, I go downstairs. She's like, it's a frog in the house. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Frog in the house? For real?
Frog.
Yeah.
Come
And then I looked at the motherfucker hopping that house. Oh, shit. She's right. I'm looking at her like,
How'd he get in, though?
Just
nah, dude was
See, I got a fear of everything, bro. That's the kind of thing. I see a frog, I'm like, yo, can a snake get in too?
If
Like,
it start raining real hard, frogs come all over the place. So I'm out there looking out the door, and I'm looking at the top glass of my foyer. I see the frog stuck to the window. I see a frog stuck to the window, eating fucking moths and doing the shit that they do. And I'm like, all right, you out there doing your shit. All right, whatever.
Bro, the only thing that we get in this motherfucker when it rains is thousand leggers, bro. Everywhere. Yeah. That's it. That's the only thing you see. I don't see no frogs around this motherfucker at all. We don't get that shit over here, bro.
Yeah, hey, my bad, Jedi Kid was ready to go, bro.
Oh, my bad.
We was almost done, huh?
Collector's Rain, my bad, man. I'm sorry about that. What's going on with you, Cornelius, man?
I appreciate the invite to come on, guys. I know a lot of you guys don't know, but I've been watching most of you guys for years, so I appreciate the platform that you provide of positivity when a lot of platforms, you know, in the nerd community, especially, you know, the melanated nerd community, there's a lot of negative spaces. So I appreciate this platform for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
good fit, bro. Good fit
for sure.
I'm gonna pause that.
Definitely a good fit.
Surprisingly, I didn't say nothing crazy.
No, you did. Just in case.
Crazy thing. So
safety pause.
Mark, are you out there, bro? Mark, you there?
Good fit.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
So I'm going to give him the same speech that I gave every last one of y'all. You signed on the dotted line, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's the Godfather's deal, bro.
You signed in blood. Once you're on once, it don't end there, bro. You got initiated, bro. You signed on the dotted line. So yeah, bro. Like you've been initiated in. So you definitely a good fit, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, man. Thank all you guys out there right now. For being out there with us, man. We're going to leave out on the good note. Support your local brick and mortar. Any type of discussion that you definitely want to have, just send it to us and we'll talk about it. Definitely, man. As always. Who said pause? Pause, what happened? Who said?
Good fit sounded suspect.
What I say?
Good fit sounded suspect.
Good fit.
Oh, damn.
It was just a just in case pause.
Damn, man. Pause.
But he stretched it out though. He made
Obligatory.
it sound more dramatic.
And he gonna perpetuate
man.
and
Riz
stretch
gotta
out.
sound it
Just
dramatic.
stretched
Damn,
out.
man. I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna say, y'all motherfuckers be out there ghost facing me, bro. You know what I mean?
Well,
Always hit me with the ghost face, bro. Like, damn. Just pause, man. Oh, just hit me with that pause, man. Anyway, man, thank y'all so much, everybody out there. Peace, love, and all that great stuff. We out, man. Jay got to get some sleep and handle some crocodile.